consistency with which people speak about the club. The narrative is consistent, so if it's like, and that narrative is that we play good football, we are playing attractive football, we have a focus on our youth, we have a focus on local players and local talent. And so I think that's what we have gotten right so far. There was a general sense of confusion, there was a general sense of we don't know what the new owners are going to do, so everyone was kind of being like walking on eggshells or tiptoeing around decision making. So it kind of happened as a necessity almost, that we I felt the need to kind of step in and rein in how things were being conducted and how decisions were being made. That happened pretty much by the end of third season, because we had to let what was happening unfold. There was no sense in jumping in the middle and trying to fix the season. So it was more about, all right, we'll observe this season, and then we'll build out a structure or a plan of how we want to build out the next 2 seasons. For me, a validation is when we are an attractive club for players to want to play for. Right? Do players want to play for FC Goa around the country? If the answer to that is mostly yes, if we are the top 1 or 2 choices for almost every player in the country, then we are doing our jobs right. As in, I know for me, winning trophies currently is more about getting opportunity for our players to play in Asia. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's not the end goal. It's a means, not the end, rather. I could confidently feel that we weren't going to be struggling to make it to the playoffs. Right? Internally there was a little bit of conviction, and it was so just knowing that and being able to see it unfold is a high. In season 3, when we had so much hatred from our fans for the way the team was performing, the optimistic way to look at that was to say at least they are passionate. But the fear at that point and a low point at that point was, I hope this doesn't turn into apathy, because that is scary. As long as there's passion, okay, we can turn that into something positive. But if it becomes apathy, you've lost interest, and that was a scary thought to indulge. I think next step is, purely from a technical perspective, we want clubs, I-League clubs and ISL clubs, to start thinking about our youth teams as a source that they can rely on for consistently getting good players. Every player is not going to get an opportunity to play in the first team, but we do genuinely believe that most of these players are good enough to play in I-League and ISL teams or around the country. There are 2 clubs in most countries that the whole country knows of and follows, right? Ultimately, those are the clubs that represent the country at the Champions League level, for example, as far as Europe is concerned. So we want FC Goa to be one of those clubs. We want to be everyone's club. We want to be the nation's club,